Hi, I'm Tim Johnston, and today we're talking about performance curves. So we're actually going to start off with a question. If I go out and play golf, a full round of golf, and I have a great round, does that mean that I actually learned and I'm a better golfer? Or does that just mean that I got lucky today and I might go back to my normal golfing habits tomorrow? Remember that question because we're going to come back to it at the end of the video. Now when I say performance curves, I'm obviously talking about a graph. And it's going to look something like this. So a performance curve really shows us the difference between practice and performance and like their relationship. So we see a very sudden change in performance and then it tapers off. This is kind of a long-term graph, doesn't show everything in between. So this beginning bit is actually us practicing, learning, and increasing our abilities, where eventually we max out that quick learning curve and we plateau a little bit. This is showing all of our gains, and then this is like us fine-tuning our abilities. That's why it's still going up just a little bit. But if you notice, the percent change is insane between the 20 and the 60 time mark, where our actual performance has gone up an insane amount. But if you go look past that, it's barely gone up 25 performance points. Now, like I said, this is a long-term graph. Let's go to a more short-term graph. This is what it looks like more realistically. Some of the things that can actually influence this learning curve is like motivation, our fatigue. Maybe that's why we have some of these dips. Maybe we're real tired after that first day of learning, so the second day we're fatigued, not as good. Now another thing is our types of learning. We've talked about countless different types of learning. If one person tries one type and another person does another type, maybe their personality and the way that their body works isn't really compatible with that type of learning. So they might see a slower change where the other person might work really well with that type of learning, or they are easier to learn, or they have a better time learning, and their change of performance will increase more drastically. So some real life examples of this performance curve. Let's say I've never thrown a baseball before. I don't even know which hand I throw with. We're not going to be very good at the beginning, of course, but once I have someone teaching me, we figure out what hand I'm dominant with, and I get the basic motion of starting the throw with our legs and our arms, upper body, everything twisting, and to get as much power as we can with our throw, I'm going to increase a lot the first couple of days. But after I have the basics down, it's more or less fine-tuning the technique and everything that goes along with it. Now, there are actually a few issues with our performance curves. They don't always tell the full story. Sometimes, like I mentioned, luck can play a huge factor, or maybe even the environment, depending on where you're at and how that impacts your performance in whatever you're doing. So you can't always trust performance curves to tell you if you're progressing in your performance or not. So in conclusion, performance curves are useful, but you can't always trust them to tell the full story. So back to the question that started our video. Does me having a better round of golf than usual on one day actually equal me improving my abilities and skill? Or would that just be luck? And how would that be represented on a graph? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you.